Hi, I'm Dr. Shannon Bowen. Thanks for joining me. It's my great pleasure to teach you about the third formula of Kant's categorical imperative. This is probably the highest bar in all of ethics, and I think for very good reason it is a difficult bar to meet. But as you know, the categorical imperative tests our moral intentions and our decision making so that we can make certain we're doing the right thing. Form 1 of the categorical imperative, the universal duty formula, is discussed in a separate video, as is Form 2, dignity and respect, or the formula of humanity. You have to have passed both of those tests before you can put a potential decision into the third test of the categorical imperative, and that test is the formula of the kingdom of ends. So it tests goodwill or good intention. And the way Immanuel Kant stated it is act on the maxim and as a law of your own making that could harmonize with the potential kingdom of ends. So essentially only do things that would harmonize with the kingdom of ends. The kingdom of ends is his thought experiment that allows us to see people acting on good intention and goodwill alone. No other factors are involved. No selfishness, no prudential self-interest, greed, avarice, fear, no fear of reciprocity or recompense. Only goodwill is a moral basis for making a decision. And that's because Kant believed that goodwill is the only incorruptible decision-making factor or moral principle available to us. Out of all those moral principles that have intrinsic worth, knowledge, goodness, kindness, and so on, any of them can be taken too far. If something's taken to extremes, even intrinsically good qualities can be corrupted. For example, if we take courage as a good thing, we can see that courage could also be taken too far if someone becomes so courageous that they're foolhardy and think they're invincible. So many of the concepts that we consider intrinsically good are subject to that as well. They can be taken too far, except for the goodwill. Good intention cannot be taken too far because if you have an excess of good intention, you're still operating with goodwill and good intention. So Kant says that in the kingdom of ends, or the thought experiment where in a normative world everything happens with good intention and is ethically pure all the time, your decision should harmonize with that world. So making a decision from goodwill alone is what makes the decision morally worthy. You can't make a decision from prudential self-interest, bias, prejudice, or any of the other things that may corrupt it, even when the outcome of the decision is exactly the same as one made from good intention. Only good intention should drive a decision that's morally worthy. So in Kant's world, this makes the decision incorruptible. And this is what obligates all people to act with goodwill all the time based on their rationality. Now, if you go further and act in a way that is beyond what your duty requires of you and is beyond what even goodwill would require, then that's a supererogatory moral obligation, meaning that you're not obligated to do it beyond obligation. It's nice to do and you don't have to do it, but it's morally praiseworthy, such as giving to charity, volunteering your time to help others, and so on. These are supererogatory actions because they're morally praiseworthy, but they're not required of you. It is required that you act with a goodwill, and goodwill alone makes a decision morally worthy. So I hope that helps explain the third formula of the categorical imperative and the kingdom of ends. If we lived in the kingdom of ends, we'd have no locks on doors, no alarm system on banks, because everyone would be acting with good intention and good moral will all the time. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate it. See you soon. Bye.